We worked on the article Lobbying for Carbon Permits in Europe by Julien Hanoteau in 2014. This analysis is divided in 5 parts to understand how the permits are allocated to industrial according to public decision, and how industrial influence these decisions to grow their competitiveness. To start the analysis, the first author observation is that the big polluter was supposed to buy more carbon permits on the market. Its initial allocation was too poor compared to a small polluter which was supposed to sell its surplus. Its initial allocation was too high. Thus, the big polluters were losing money and the small one was earning. This was an incentive mechanism to urge companies to reduce their contamination. And he linked that with political leaders are said to be involved in the fight against climate change and global warming. But this fight, more precisely, this tool and its mechanism may be debated regarding how it was implemented. To understand, this study does not to address the likely political trade-off between the quantity of permits issued and the choice between auction and free grant. This paper aims to fill this gap and proposes a political economy analysis of the two first phases of the EU ETS, investigates how the European Climate Directive was implemented, whether the quantities and distribution of quota issued by countries were influenced by special interest lobbying, and whether there was a trade-off between the two environmental policy variables. The first section is an inventory of the situation, and the second section reviews the allocation schemes under the EU ETS. The third one posits the research hypothesis derived from the theoretical framework of Hanoteau and Ley. The fourth section presents the empirical model and the dataset, and the result set forth in the fifth section, confirming that lobbying influence allocation, employment variable used as proxy for the job loss arguments put forward by industry significantly impact the distribution of free permits, whereas carbon intensity, used as a proxy for the competitiveness argument, influence the allocation in the second phase. After the analysis of the phase of the EU, the learning are: allocation of permits is not neutral in the presence of lobbies. Job preservation and competitiveness are the main influenced arguments in the negotiation of permit allowance. So, first, carbon permits do not represent a legal framework to influence companies reducing their carbon emission efficiently. Wealthy companies can pay the bill to pollute and influence political decisions. Then Lafarge scandal revealed in cash investigation that job preservation is a trap. So the key solution is to make the European company respect the COP21 agreement, thanks to the law and harsh sanction, economic and penal. On the other hand, if European companies must curb their gas emission, they should be protected from unfair competition from all over the world, especially China and USA, which do not require the same restriction for their companies. Protectionism against foreign companies in the name of ecological standards is legally allowed by World Trade Organization.